welcome back to On the Road with Flora and Note, a podcast where we share our travel stories, personal insights, and candid conversations while on the road.
And today we are in Busan. It's our first time here.
In South Korea.
In South Korea. We're filming one video, so if you want to watch that, you can follow our main channel, Flora and Note. We'll put the link in the description below. And also, all our episodes will now be available on Spotify. So if you want to listen to beautiful voices and not seeing this, then you can head over to Spotify.
I'll leave the link to the Spotify channel in the video description box. So today we wanted to talk about
what makes us rich.
Yes. And I think a lot of people may be clicking into this video thinking like, oh, you guys are travel content creators. You travel full time, you stay at fancy places, you don't have a real job. Like, how come you can make so much money? But actually, the reality is we don't make
a lot of
that much money. But I think we're comfortable.
Mm-hmm. We don't own much. But we're also not poor. We have enough to do all the things that we love to do. I think the main reason that we are able to do this because we don't have any debt. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to worry about paying mortgages, paying for cars.
Yeah. Student loans back in the day. Like we're pretty lucky that we have always made enough and spent within our means. Mm-hmm. So even now, I think our but like right now what we make is kind of equivalent to if we both had
full-time
job sitting in the office.
Yeah.
But now the great thing is that we get to travel, we get to spend time together. So I think the money we make is comfortable. That's what we mean by comfortable.
And this is our office for today.
Yeah, which is a beautiful park by this Onchonchon stream, I think it's called. You can see a lot of people exercising, biking around.
Taking their dogs out on the strollers.
Mostly like a bit, I would say like 40s and up kind of people, because people like us is probably in the office right now. So a couple months ago, I saw this post on Instagram by this lady called Jade Bonakota, and she is kind of part of this movement called the Quiet Rich, and she posted this post about 6 luxuries in life. And I remember when I showed you this post and we read through what 6 luxuries she mentioned, we were both like, wow.
It stuck with me since then.
I was like, wow, we're rich. Mm-hmm. And today...
Not realizing it.
Exactly. Because sometimes it's so easy to take it for granted what we have and what we don't have when we see other people having, houses, having cars, having
family
and stuff like that. For us, it's like we only kind of have us and Rocket, our car in some way. But yeah, so seeing this kind of reminded us there are other luxuries in life, and we thought that's why this was kind of a topic we wanted to dive into a bit more. So the 6 luxuries in life she mentioned are time, health, a quiet mind, slow mornings, ability to travel, and a house full of love.
See, when you first showed me those, it made me think back when we used to live in Canada and work in the office job. Mm-hmm. I probably didn't have most of them. We can start with time.
Yeah.
Back then, we have to wake up at 6, go start the car, especially in the winter, have breakfast.
Just scrape the ice off the windshield in Calgary, Canada.
Commute 45 to an hour to work, and work from 8 to 5, and then a little 1 hour break for lunch. Hit the gym after work, get home by 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And
I'm not home.
And you're still not home because Flora was working in the kitchen, and I go to bed at 10. That's when you get home.
I come home at maybe like midnight or 1 a.m. and then I give you a little kiss on the forehead and I say good night. And then the next morning, also it's like a little kiss on the cheek. Good morning, I'm going to work now. So that's basically, I think, time was what we didn't have and why we decided to move to Thailand. And we kind of dived into that more in the first episode of the podcast, if you're interested in learning more about why we decided to move to Thailand. But yeah, we basically wanted our time back. So it's crazy to think that
Now we have all the time in the world to do what we want. It's like we're in control.
I think the freedom of working for ourselves really is what we were craving the most. And yeah, time is basically the currency. It's more valuable than the money that we can be earning. So I appreciate that aspect a lot.
And it's not just time spending together. Since we started this YouTube full time, we have more time to spend with our family.
True.
Back then, you would only get to see your parents once every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Now we get to see them a couple times a year. Same as my family. I get to see them a couple times a year as well.
That's actually a huge change in our life. I think family, because we have the freedom now with our time, we actually spend most of the end of the year, every year, maybe for the last, 4 years that we started YouTube, we spend it with family or friends. That's kind of the time where like October to February is a high season for our family and friends to travel and to come visit us and come see us. And that's one of the reasons why we like prioritize filming so many things in the summer months, because we take some time off to spend with our family. Or this trip, we take your dad with us to Korea. And yeah, I think it's a great thing that we can do this now.
What's the second one?
So the second one is health. Why health is wealth to us. What do you think? This is a tricky one, actually.
It is, because if I look at health in general, like us in general, I think we're very healthy.
Like we can walk, we can run, we can explore, we can travel. Like in that sense, we are very healthy.
But in terms of fitness level, I'm not there yet. I'm not at the point where I wanted to be, because traveling is hard to maintain that fitness level. And I have been sick for the last two weeks.
But this year, honestly, we have both been really sick at least once. Like I was really sick after our first China trip when I was in Luang Prabang. So a combination of the altitude sickness and acute bronchitis. I felt scared actually for 4 to 6 weeks, I would say, where I felt like I couldn't get my cardio back. I couldn't get my energy level back or even my appetite back. And I felt like it really is so, like the feeling is so bad when you don't have health and you cannot enjoy your life. Even though everything around you is amazing, but you cannot enjoy it when you don't have good health.
So do you think you have the luxury of health now?
As you said, like I think part of it is like I'm physically okay now, but there are some things that I still feel like I'm not at my prime. I'm not like at my optimal fitness. But I think it's a good thing because there is no like end goal to your fitness. You know, this is also a journey. So for me, it's more of I need to dedicate more time to myself and to my health so I will feel better. And to be honest, we have done nothing for our health in the last couple months.
What are you talking about? I bought new shoes. I bought new running shoes.
Yeah, how's your run?
and I downloaded the new Strava app for running.
Yeah.
Haven't used it yet though, but
But you feel good?
yeah, I feel good. I started something. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, so definitely we can do a bit more. And even coming out here for a walk and seeing people working out at these public gyms in Korea, all ages, people like to work out. It was motivating us that, you know, just get outside.
Okay.
Just go outside for a walk.
So we do have time. We do have health. What's the third one?
The third one is a quiet mind.
Oh, this one I think is the most difficult one to achieve. Mainly because we are so affected by things around us that we cannot control. Like if it was just you and me in this world, I think my mind would be like so clear and at peace. But because there's so many other elements around us that we cannot control.
Yeah.
Either it's our own family, friends.
The news, social media.
Yeah. Comments.
Yeah.
Like recently, yesterday, we enter a new territory where, we create YouTube videos for our joy of traveling.
For spreading like the beauty of the world.
Yeah,
to
we
more
want to
people.
see new places, regardless if it's Thailand or Canada or China. But then every time we go to places that bad things happened there before, we get involved into this political thing that we have no intention of of being in that position. We just want to spread joy of traveling. We want to see the world. We want to see new places.
It's tough because I know it doesn't represent all the audience. A lot of people are not watching or doesn't care about really the political situation. They also want to just enjoy life and they want to watch more about the world. But unfortunately, we get comments like that kind of is upsetting because we're not trying to make any political statements. We try to just show what everyday life is like in a place. And I think it just... I'm still processing it, like as in I'm still trying to be like, it's okay, it's just a couple people. But sometimes it takes that quiet mind away from me.
Yeah.
I do have to say though, the 2 days we spent in Kyrgyzstan, off-grid in the mountains in the yurt, no connection to internet, I had the most quiet mind and I absolutely enjoyed our life. Just going to bed, I was so ready to go to bed. I have nothing that's bothering me. I just fall asleep right away. I wake up and I'm like, breakfast. And then horses and cows. And I was just, that was amazing. So I think sometimes we need that because the reality is it's hard having a quiet mind when you live in civilization. So finding time to have a quiet mind or maybe just having 5-10 minutes. We're not really good at meditation, but just try to clear your thoughts,
You're saying that, but we haven't done any meditation.
Yeah, no, we're not good at meditation. We tried it, but we're not very good. But active meditation, I love. So when I'm focused on doing something, like why I like cooking was because I was so focused on cooking that it takes my mind away from everything. Just like when you're working out.
So that's active meditation
for me, that is. I think everyone...
Like for me, hitting the gym, is that active meditation?
I think so.
Yeah, because my mind is so clear.
Yeah.
I don't think about anything else when I'm at the gym.
So I think to achieve a quiet mind, we have to be proactive and not just remove things in our head, but focus on something that brings you joy. Maybe that's how we achieve a quiet mind when we feel like we're lost in thought.
Yeah, so I think this luxury, I don't quite have it
sometimes
nailed down yet. Still, it's a hard one. It's a hard one to achieve.
But the next one is slow mornings.
Oh yeah, I enjoy my slow morning.
Me too. I think I enjoy it even more when we were in Samui. Every time we go back to Samui, I almost wake up an hour before you and I just, make a tea or make a coffee. I go outside and get some sunshine, maybe read my book, and I feel like that's the slow morning for me that I really enjoy. Because when you wake up, it's no longer slow for me.
What the? I don't usually bother you in the morning. What you're talking about?
You're like, oh, is my coffee? I want coffee. Is the coffee ready? Where do we want to go today? What do you want to eat? I don't know. Yeah.
We don't usually set an alarm. now.
Yeah, unless we need to do something.
Unless we have to hop on the flight the next morning or go somewhere that has a deadline. But majority of the time we don't set the alarm. We just wake up when we want to. And now I learn to enjoy my own slow morning without, like my pace of slow morning and your pace of slow morning is different.
Yeah.
So I learned how to just enjoy it on my own. And then if it takes you longer in the morning to get ready and put makeup on and all that stuff, I'll just let you be and I'll be like, I'll see you somewhere at the coffee shop later.
That actually helped a lot because before, whenever you're like, hey babe, how long? I'll be like, oh my God. Like seriously, I'm not even taking that long. That's what I would be thinking. But then now, if you just be like, okay, I'll be at the coffee shop or I'll be, doing something. I'll be like, that's cool. I appreciate that. I think that was naturally became a thing for us where you don't rush me and I can just come join you. And it saved our mornings. Yeah, I think that's a really good one.
When you were working in Canada, slow morning never existed.
Oh no, I go out and I turn on the car, let the car heat up. I go inside, I quickly make a breakfast thing, and then I wrap it in a paper towel. I bring it to the car, and then I stop at Tim Hortons, grab a coffee. So I'm driving and eating my breakfast at the same time, and then I get to school.
And her car heater didn't work.
My God.
So you have this spray that you mix with alcohol to spray the windshield.
Yeah.
While driving and you wipe it from the inside.
And when it was -30 outside and my windshield just wasn't defogging, I had to drive with the windows open. I remember it was insane, covered everything but my eyes, and I was driving. Couldn't eat my breakfast anymore because I was covering my face and then the windows were open. So glad. I'm so glad.
So glad to have the slow morning that we have now.
Yeah. But I can understand that it's definitely a luxury. Not a lot of people have a slow morning. So maybe it's maybe you have a slow evening. Maybe you have an evening where you kind of wrap things up early so you can enjoy yourself for a couple hours, calm down from the day, and then go to bed. Yeah, because not everyone has that. So I think you just need a part of the day that gives you a little bit of peace. This one is one that is definitely a luxury for us, and we don't take it for granted. We know how special this is. The ability to travel, the privilege of exploring the world. But I would also say that it didn't just happen. We put in a lot of hard work to make this lifestyle sustainable. We try to find so many types of different sources of income that allows us to maintain the lifestyle that we have. But we don't take it for granted. We enjoy the experience of seeing new places around the world so much.
But it hasn't always been easy. Traveling also can be very, very tiring. Especially when you travel mainly to make content.
Not for relaxation. You don't see us at resorts or luxury hotels very often because we travel for the experience, for the local experience. And it's not a holiday. But there are many amazing moments that happen during our travels.
Behind the scenes, yeah.
But there's also many days of the week, I would say full-time job hours where we're working behind the scenes, sitting at a cafe or sitting at the apartment, working on this business.
Yesterday we worked until 2 or 3 in the morning. editing videos.
But it's a luxury that we can do it, that we have the ability to do it. So I still think this is a luxury that we have. And we made it kind of part of our lifestyle, which is cool.
What's the last one? The last luxury?
The last luxury is a house full of love. We don't physically have a house.
But the house doesn't mean a physical house.
Yeah. So
it can be a house of love.
Yeah, it's our hearts. I think our hearts are full of love.
It's love from our family, love from our friends, love from our audiences. I think we definitely have that.
I think so too. I feel like at one point I didn't feel it as much. I felt more like, oh, we are alone. It's just us two. Good thing like we love each other. But when now people say like love you in the comments a lot, and I'm like surprised sometimes because
we don't even know them.
Yeah, like
and they're willing to say that.
Are we strangers? Where people welcome us to their houses? We have comments on Instagram where people said, I've been watching your videos, or my son has been watching your videos and recommended it to us, and we would love to host you in our home. And love your content. And it always gets me, like, you want two strangers in your house? You know what I mean?
But that's love.
It's just so interesting.
A different kind of love.
Yeah. But I think it makes this world a more lovely place to know that there are people who want to reach out and host people and want to maybe share their culture with us.
And at first we were very skeptical about that. Remember when we started getting emails or invitations to meet up or to...
We were scared.
We were scared because we don't know them. But then we gave it a try, and then a lot of them now become our friends.
Yeah.
We were willing to give love a try.
Yeah, love comes in many forms, and I think we have made a lot of really, really good friends because we were willing to give love a try.
I still remember your vow.
You do?
Yeah, you said that you promised to love me every day, but you can't promise that you will like me every day.
Yeah. I think that's so true.
It is. Like, even though sometimes we fight, usually about silly things like ice cream or...
It's just silly things. We had a fight like 2 days ago about... I'm feeling like I'm not feeling very confident in how I look. Like my skin's breaking out. I just don't feel like that great. And you were telling me how you think I look beautiful, and like it's all in my head and stuff like that. And
I didn't say it was all in your head. I said you look beautiful, and I said what you see of yourself is different from what other people see of you.
yeah.
You know, like, that's also love. Sometimes I feel like your love for yourself is not as much compared to your love for others. You are a very considerate person. You always think about other people around you. You wanted to make the right things. But sometimes I feel like you need to love yourself a little more.
I don't know. Like,
I think it's normal for... You know, we tend to love ourselves less because
I don't think it's true. You love yourself so much. I want to learn from you. You're so confident.
When I said we, it's excluding me, because every time I look at the mirror, it's like, damn boy, you're good looking one.
And I want a bit more of that. I think growing up, I was always a bit more self-conscious, and I don't have the highest self-esteem, which is something that I still kind of work through. But when I met you and I felt that you give off this strong vibe of confidence. Even when you show me photos like from your high school years where it's like, really?
Questionable haircut.
Yeah, and then you're like, I thought I was hitting my prime at that point. I was like, wow, like you really do feel very confident. And yeah, I admire that. I think a lot of people need a little bit more of that. And I'm still trying to work on it. I think what I told myself is I just need to believe you when you say things, you know?
Yeah. Like, what else can I say? If you ask me, like, how do I look? Other than, oh, you look beautiful, babe. What if I say, oh, you look, all right.
Then I'll be like, really? But when you say that, you look beautiful, and I'm like, okay. Isn't it weird how...
It is. So you have to learn to love yourself more. Because what they see in you is not what you see in yourself. And you're too hard on yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
See, can anyone notice her pimple on her left eyebrow? This one. No one noticed.
Now you told everyone.
No one noticed.
Now they're gonna see it.
Only you. So, out of 6 luxuries, how many do we have? I think we have.
We have time.
Yeah.
We have health. I would say generally we have health.
We definitely have slow mornings.
Slow mornings. House full of love. Ability to travel. We have to work on a quiet mind. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And she says here that if you have, was it half of these? Consider yourself
Rich. So, how many do you guys have? Let us know in the comment section because we love to hear your story. Whether it's good stories or your struggles, if you don't mind sharing with us, that would be fun to learn more.
I'm not sure if it's fun.
That would be interesting
if
to
you want,
to learn and to understand.
I think I'm also interested in hearing what other things you consider are luxuries.
Other than these 6?
Yeah, other than these 6, like what other things would be luxury? And this is all like luxuries that are not based on, money. So yeah, share with us what your thoughts are, and we look forward to chatting again next week.
Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the road.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers to our richness.
Cheers.
So rich. $2 coffee, very good.
Very good.